Once upon a time, on the edge of a graveyard in a little town, there was an old library. No one went there very much because it was a bit creepy. Many years before, it had been invaded by hordes of spooks, ghouls, witches, zombies, vampires and monsters. They spent all day messing around and causing chaos and scaring anyone who dared try and borrow a book. But one day, 4 friends called Saima, Harley, Alex and Briana decided that they would go to the library and have a look round to see what it was really like. Inside the library, one of the little spooks heard them coming and he shouted, "Quick everybody, hide!" "Why, hello children," said the zombie librarians. "Welcome to our lovely library. I'm sure you'll find lots of interesting things to keep you busy while you're here." The children thought the librarians looked a bit funny, but they seemed quite nice, so they decided to stay and have a look round. "Where are the toilets, please?" asked Harley. "This way, dear, I'll show you myself." So off they went. Harley didn't notice all the monsters and creeps messing around behind her, and didn't see the sign on the door which said, "Toilet of Doom." Inside the Toilet of Doom, the green toilet witch was on patrol. Harley didn't notice her when she hid behind the mirror. In the first toilet, Harley found a scary-looking mushroom growing. In the second, there was a 3-headed monster. And finally, in the third, there was a vampire. Before she knew it, she had been bitten on the neck and turned into a vampire herself. Luckily, the green toilet witch saw what had happened and quickly turned Harley back into her old human form. Harley was very confused and a little worried when a wobbly-headed Egyptian mummy came towards her. "I am King Tutankhamun, and you must be my bride," he cried. Harley was now totally freaked out, and so she flushed herself down the toilet. King Tutankhamun lamented, "Why does this always happen to me?" Meanwhile, Saima and Briana had decided they would like a cup of tea, so they asked to be shown to the cafeteria. Little did they know what perils lurked inside. As they entered the cafeteria, the zombie librarian laughed to himself. "Haha, this'll be a good one." Inside the cafeteria, there were some very spooky characters, drinking glasses of blood and eating spaghetti brains. Saima and Briana walked in a little nervously. Can we have 2 cups of tea, please?" "Sorry, girls, we've only got glasses of blood. Will that be any good?" Suddenly, Briana and Saima noticed that the vampires were getting restless, and that spooks and monsters were coming up out of the floor. Then the cafe manageress appeared and shouted, "Get out, humans! You're not wanted here!" Saima and Briana were terrified and ran away. The spooks and creeps thought this was all very funny. While this was all going on, Alex was on his way to the computer room.
"I'm sure you'll have a very interesting time in here," said the zombie librarian. "We have some very exciting computer games."
"Oh, good," said Alex. "Thank you."
"Ha ha ha!"
cackled the zombie librarian as he walked away. When Alex entered the room, he was immediately sucked into a giant yellow computer, where he had to play the evil zombie game. The 4 friends met up back at reception. They were very angry with the zombie librarians for all the horrible things that had happened to them. "Why don't you just go and find some other people to haunt? We've had enough of you here," they shouted. The zombie librarians thought about this and then said, "Actually, we have been here a long time, so maybe we should find a nice new library to invade. I hear there's a lovely big one in a place called
Birmingham!
So off they all went. So next time you're in the lovely new library of Birmingham, watch out. You never know what you'll find.